Hello there, and thanks for checking in. Dr. Neptune here, and tonight, I'm going to talk about Rosé here from Blackpink and her solo album released in March of 2021, almost a year ago from the recording of this video. And this is a second of four planned. What I have planned is 4 videos on Blackpink. My last one, I unboxed Lalisa's solo album, and then here we have Rosé, and next in line is Jenny, her solo album, and I'll include Jisoo in there too, although she hasn't yet to release any music. And then the 4th video will be Blackpink as a full group. I just have so much of Blackpink that I decided to break it up like this. And so starting here with Rosé's cover of the Blackpink album called The Album. This is the Japanese version of it, released last year, the Rosé version here. There's one for each member, of course, and each version only has pictures of that particular member. Rosé's the main singer for Blackpink. Is on many lists often of the best singers in K-pop, right up there with Wendy from Red Velvet. Rosé's got a really high, very clear voice. Tends to sing the real big emotional parts of the songs. Often to me sounds like she's crying as she's singing. It's a very identifiable sound to her voice. And here she is with the full group of Blackpink. Whoops. This is from their online concert called The Show to support their album, The Album. So there's Jenny, Rosé, Lisa, and Jisoo. Rosé is the only member of Blackpink to have a stage name of sorts. Jenny is Jenny's real name. Lisa is Lalisa, and Jisoo goes by her Korean name, Jisoo. So Rosé was actually born in New Zealand, 1997, to Korean immigrant parents, and her English name, I guess, her New Zealand name, is Roseanne Park. Korean name is Chaeyoung, so Park Chaeyoung. And I've noticed that that's a really common name. Of all the names that I've learned in K-pop, which are a lot, there's a lot of Chaeyoungs and a lot of versions of Chaeyoung. I'm assuming that was just generally popular for girls born in the mid to late 90s through the early 2000s. So I looked it up, and the Che part of Chaeyoung means color. The Young part, depending on pronunciation and the type of Korean or Hangul character that's used to spell it, can mean different things. So it can be a color such as jade, or it can be a concept such as good fortune or something like that. But I did notice a lot of Chaeyoungs, even though Rosé is known to fans as Rosé or Rosie. But her Korean name is Park Chaeyoung. There's also Son Chaeyoung from Twice. And this is like a fake ID card from Twice's latest album, Formula of Love. So you see Chaeyoung's birthday there in 1999. She's 2 years younger than Rosé. Chaeyoung's the rapper, one of the 2 rappers for Twice. So there's Son Chaeyoung. And then in From Us 9, there's a Lee Chaeyoung, which is this member right here. Oh, it struck me as looking a lot like a real-life Snow White. She only had shorter hair. Okay, so there's 3 Chaeyoungs there. And then there's also variations of the name. So in IZ*ONE, the now defunct group. This is Lee Chaeyeon. Lee Chaeyeon, who is the lead dancer of that group. And then here, this is her sister, Lee Chaeyoung, who's the current member of ITZY. They really look remarkably alike. Well, Chan's was about a year older than Chaeyoung. So these are the Lee sisters. And then also in IZ*ONE, here's another variation of the name. This is Kim Chae-won. So she was a bandmate, a group member, mate of Lee Chaeyeon. It's Kim Chae-won. And then here, from Luna, this is Go-won. Her real Korean name is also Chae-won, Park Chae-won. So there's Go-won. And then just as I was preparing this part of the video or thinking about it, all this weird name stuff, I came across another variation. And this is on a brand new release by Kepler. Kepler here, which is a girl group formed from a reality competition TV show. And you can see on the sticker page here, there's a member named Chae-hyun. Turns out her name is Kim Chae-hyun. And that's her right there. All right, so to recap, and there will be a quiz after this, we've got Park Chae-young, Song Chae-young, Lee Chae-young, Lee Chae-young, Lee Chae-young, Kim Chae-won, Park Chae-won, and where'd she go? Kim Chae-young. And back to Rosé. All right, so Rosé, born in New Zealand, moved to Melbourne, Australia with her family when she was 7 years old. And then there was an audition there in Melbourne for YG Entertainment, which is Blackpink's company, one of the big three, as they're called in Korea, entertainment companies. Got the audition, or was a success. So that was age 15. She moved to Korea then to train and debuted in Blackpink at age 19 in 2016. So here is her debut solo album. It's not really a full album, it's just 2 songs, but both songs were released and charted as singles. It's a big success. Rosé's first single album. It's just called R. That's the official title. When I first saw it, I was kind of disappointed at the cover. It's so grayscale. It's really kind of drab. And in fact, this shows up in the video. The box looks kind of beat up, as if it were taped and then stacked in a dirty pile or something. And I actually thought it was dirty when I first looked at it, but then I realized it was part of the design. Almost a grunge aesthetic here. This is a collage of pictures, many pictures of Rosé. And if we open up these contents, we see here's the photo book in color this time. These are stills from both videos. The 2 songs are called, the first is Gone, and the second there's Gone, and the second is called On the Ground. You see some lyrics in there throughout. Here's On the Ground. Both songs entirely in English. And I think one reason for Blackpink's big global success is the fact that they've got at least two members who were raised speaking English and so are able to do publicity and interviews in fluent, unaccented, well, accented with an Aussie or New Zealand accent, but perfect English. And also Lisa's pretty good at it too. Jisoo's really the only member who doesn't speak much besides Korean. So very evocative, moody pictures here in keeping with the drama and heartbreak of Rosé's songs. Gone is a much slower one, and On the Ground is actually kind of upbeat. And I'm linking to the dance performance of On the Ground, so you can check that out if you wish. Here's some photo cards, quasi-Polaroids, postcards. Pretty good package here. A lot of stuff. These are things from video shoots and other publicity. This is kind of an innovative, almost origami-like folding of the paper and stickers. Always stickers in these things for your phone, I guess, or computer. And then there's the single album itself, R. And then here's the special deluxe LP version of the Rosé single album. Similar cover. I always like how in big boxes like this they put these ribbons in so it's easier to get the stuff out. I'll show this first actually. Here, embedded in the packaging, these are 3 little pins. The British would call them badges. Different size pins with R. And then this is a little kind of flip book. Snippets of lyrics from both songs here. Like that. And here we've got more snippets of lyrics. Rosé wrote or co-wrote the lyrics to both songs. Collaborated mainly with Teddy, who's the go-to guy for many Blackpink songs, and also worked with Lisa on hers. These are 12 by 12 prints. The album cover. In the collage here, you'll see this dog. That's your dog, Hank. All the Blackpink members have pets, and all those pets are kind of also members of Blackpink. Many of them have their own Instagrams, including Hank. And they feature in videos and other parts of the Blackpink experience. I really like this. This is I guess it's a lenticular, which is a picture that changes, although the collage doesn't entirely disappear. It makes her face look a little bit mottled. I'm not sure if that's some kind of flaw or intentional. Interesting nonetheless. Very, very bright colors. I wish they would have made the album packaging in color instead of that dull gray. But it's an artistic choice. Here's the album itself. Again, very bright colored collage. I think this cost about $80 at the K-pop store. I it's a fair value. Never disappointed with the quality of these things. Well made, well printed, the paper's good, clear images. There's a really nice black and white fold-out poster. From On the Ground. And then the actual vinyl LP itself comes out here. Lyrics. Again, all in English. See, Rosé has a writing credit there, amongst others. And on this one, too, I think I said maybe in reverse that Gone is the second track, and On the Ground is first. And writing credit there, too. It's just regular black vinyl. I'm always slightly disappointed when the vinyl is not colored. Of course, for Blackpink, I always want it to be pink. But nevertheless, as an artifact, it's always cool to me to have this this technology. So same two songs on each side. You can see the grooves there. And then finally, there's this. This is a photo book that came along with all this stuff, sold separately, of course. This is by far the biggest photo book in my collection, and that's really saying something. These photo books are really art books, photography, fashion books, but just by sheer size, this dwarfs most of the others, both in terms of its dimension as well as its length. This to me is kind of a corrective of the dull color scheme on the album cover. So I like the color Polaroid motif here on the dust jacket. And then here's a picture on the actual book itself. This angle always cracks me up because it looks like her feet are twice the size of her head. I saw a similar thing in the La Lisa packaging. Possibly the same photographer, I wouldn't be surprised. But this is, again, a really nicely made book. High quality. Probably costs close to $100 maybe. Just flip through some of it here. Different sections. Some kind of behind the scenes video shoots, photo shoots, black and white, color, many different looks, styles, moods, almost no words at all, song lyrics, some different format pages. Her with her dancers. You'll see these dancers in the video that I post. Actually, it's in the same room. This probably taken on that same day. They're all dressed the same. So that's for On the Ground. So a really nice addition to the Blackpink collection in my archives. This little pocket here held some photo cards. These are not actual Polaroids. You can tell because of the printing here. It's kind of a trend to put things that look like Polaroids in these things. Stickers here. But here I found this kind of curious. This appears to be an actual Polaroid type picture. See, it's different on the back than this. It actually looks like real film, with the warning not to put it in your mouth. So I wouldn't be surprised really if this was an actual Polaroid taken of Rosé, and included in the pre-orders, because I pre-ordered this. There's usually some sort of bonus for people who purchase pre-orders. So this may be it. I'm Haven't been able to find out for sure. Just by the fact that it is different, though, and it looks like a real Polaroid. Plus, the quality is pretty poor. Kind of blurry, and there's some dude in the doorway there. She's just looking up from her computer. So, interesting little addition to all of this packaging. All right, so I'll leave the image with the giant foot here. And thank you again for checking in on this discussion of Rosé. Yeah, so stay tuned. My next two videos I plan to be also Blackpink related, and I will get those up and on the tube as soon as I can. Thank you for checking in, and it's Dr. Neptune saying that I'll be back soon.